A powerful winter storm will punch out at Canada and target portions of the northern plains and the upper Midwest before shifting towards the Tennessee Valley in the Northeast. Hey everyone, Zach Walters here. Thanks so much for tuning into this forecast discussion. On today's video, we're going to talk about the big-time powerful winter storm potential across anywhere from, let's say, the northern plains through the Midwest, the Mississippi, Tennessee Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, and eventually into the Northeast. I know lots of area is going to be covered by snowfall accumulation and the potential for significant snow all through the weekend and into early next week. If it's your first time here, please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more extreme weather content, including tornado videos, storm chasing content, live weather coverage, forecast discussions like this one on this channel 365 days a year. Okay, so let's get into what we're expected to see here over the next about 48 to 72 hours, and then we'll touch on the Northeast and what they should expect later in the weekend. Okay, so the first forecast model that we're going to show is the one I typed up this morning. Okay, it's the current upper portions of the Midwest and northern plains snow accumulation forecast for Thursday and Friday. Okay, so you're seeing the purple here. That's a corridor of the heaviest snowfall potential. That's anywhere from 7 to 10 inches through Friday night. It's going to start probably tonight here across North Dakota, and then eventually it'll push down south and east. Big cities include like Fargo, North Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Des Moines, Iowa. I think Minneapolis, you're just going to be out of the heavier stuff, but I would still not rule out 7 to 9 inches in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. As the system continues southeast, I think it's going to start to weaken a bit before it catches a low pressure across portions of the Tennessee Valley. We'll get into that here in a second, but right now you're seeing the heaviest snowfall amounts in the purple, 7 to 10 inches. This is per the National Weather Service. This is where they're expecting the heaviest snowfall to be. It says right here on the left in the yellow, isolated higher amounts possible. What that means is there is possibility that yes, it's only 7 to 10 inches, but some of this area could have heavier snow bands that produce up to a foot of snow. Again, this goes through Friday evening. As this snow system treks southeast out of the Midwest, which is forecasted, it comes into like the Mississippi and Tennessee valleys, right? There's still a lot of uncertainty on how much snow is forecasted for that area. That's exactly why in front of you don't see any snowfall accumulation totals. However, the chances of snowfall accumulation this weekend from this storm across this region is likely. We are expected to see some snow on the ground because of this storm system. Anywhere from eastern Oklahoma across southern Missouri, much of Arkansas, across western Tennessee, areas like Memphis, Nashville, Bowling Green, Lexington, the same areas that have been seeing a lot of snow lately, have the potential to see more again. But like I said, not a lot of snowfall certainty yet, accumulation certainty. So we're not putting out any totals just yet. We will probably by tomorrow though, but this area in purple all the way up across areas like Memphis, Nashville has the likelihood of seeing snowfall through the weekend. Another big topic that's often missed is the ice potential. Whenever you get these big winter storms, there's usually, if not always, an ice potential, because what happens is you get a low pressure system that runs along a certain path, and at that low pressure system you're getting a mixed precipitation between rain and snow. What's happening is you have warmer air aloft, warmer air up in the higher atmospheres like the troposphere, right? And what's happening is as rain droplets fall, they immediately fall into colder air and they start to freeze. If they don't freeze immediately when they hit the ground, they will at some point. So that's what we call freezing rain and ice accumulation. Well, a big area of the Carolinas is expected to get that. Anywhere really to include the Atlanta metro. So that's a high populated region, right? So a lot of people are driving on the roads there come Monday morning and it could be covered with ice. Atlanta metro, and then up across South Carolina into North Carolina. Areas like Charlotte and Raleigh, North Carolina, all the way up into Roanoke, Virginia. The potential for some significant ice accumulation is possible. We're talking 1/10 of an inch up to 1/2 an inch. Very high ice accumulation possible, and what that will cause is serious traffic delays. You know, there will be people that crash because people won't stay home, and that will cause serious problems. On top of, you know, the road hazards, you have the hazard of losing power. Big time ice accumulations can snap trees, put those onto power lines, and they can even snap power lines themselves. So I would expect some power outages all up and down the Carolinas into Virginia, and even maybe back as far west as Atlanta metro going through the weekend. As for snowfall accumulation going into the weekend, there's still a lot of uncertainty across the Northeast, okay? And the big reason for that uncertainty is this little guy down here. It's called a low pressure system, right? At this point in time, it's probably about a 995 millibar, which is pretty low. But you see these two arrows in a question mark, right, on your screen. Well, that's because we don't know the exact path of that low yet. If it takes a more northern path and stays inland, you're going to get a lot of heavy snow in the upper portions of each state, upper Pennsylvania, upper New York, and not so much down south where these populated cities like Washington, D.C., Philly, New York, Boston are located, right? But if it takes a southern trek and maybe does a coastal run up the eastern seaboard, then you have more of a potential to see heavy snowfall across a wide region. Now, I think a lot of this area, it doesn't matter, right? I think a lot of like anywhere from like State College, Scranton, Pennsylvania, I think Albany, New York probably as well. I think those areas, no matter what, will see heavy snowfall. No matter if it's a coastal run or even if it's an inland run, I think you still see lots of heavy snowfall. Still though, lots of uncertainty exists. Right now, you should not see snowfall totals by any Facebook page, any social media page that's putting out snowfall totals right now for the Northeast is wrong, okay? You don't see the National Weather Service doing it, nobody else should be doing it. A lot of uncertainty still exists because as far as we know, the low pressure can come way out, and we just don't know yet. So as the days get closer, okay, this is supposed to start about Sunday evening through Monday. As that day gets closer, we will give you guys a more accurate snowfall prediction amount as well as the path of it. But right now, the area shaded in pink should be concerned for heavy snowfall accumulation through Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something. I try to break it down as easy as possible for you guys. If you guys have any questions relating to snowfall accumulation, where you're at, whatever, you may ask them in the comment section on this video. All I ask is a like on the video or even a subscription to the channel. If you're really dedicated in weather knowledge, you may become a member of my YouTube channel for $2.99 a month. It's a great deal to have, a lot of exclusive content. But first off, thank you guys so much for watching this content. Thank you so much for the support. Please like and subscribe to the channel again. Guys, have a great day. Be safe if you're on the path of this winter storm. And until next time, I'm Zach Walters.